What's up, YouTube fam? It's Dark Angel's Journey, and I'm Shakira. So it is the end of the trading week for me. 3 o'clock's hit, and I have what have I done? I have it's been a weird week for trading for me for sure. So let me paste this. So with the issues I have with switching between um Windows. Let's use this one. So let's do a little bit of review for this week. So Monday I caught a beautiful trade. I was locking it in with the stop, and I got about half of the full move, which is perfectly acceptable. I'm perfectly happy with that. Um, no trades on Tuesday, and Wednesday, Thursday, and today have been eh, like on Wednesday, I put on a few trades, but they were just running away and never came back to my entries. So, and then anytime they did, I got like stopped out for once they passed my halfway point and I moved my stop, I get stopped out for a little bit to nothing. But green is green. I'm happy to see green. The the thing that I need to still work on is that fear, and I don't know if no, I know, you know, still dealing with that whole not trusting my model, not um, letting it run, not trusting my feelings about the different trades that I do take and the behaviors. Because even today, like I left with 8270 when I could have left with, close to $1,000 because I just chose not to take the trade that I spec'd out. And then the secondary entry, and then the third entry, and then I took the weakest entry. And then I just didn't want to run any further. So in my journal, I've written, um, let's see, where are my notes here? It says, don't forget fear is not your friend. If something looks good, take it. Don't be scared of losing because you could also be winning. You've got this. So that's what my notes are telling me. So it's just something I need to continue working on. So all in all, for March, I'm up $406. There's one day left in March on Monday. And hopefully we can continue green in terms of drawdown. I'm at 330 in drawdown, which is nothing. Just like that's one trade away if I can get away with it. Not if, when. So on Monday, I don't know. After this big drop today, though, it feels like Monday might be a snoozer of a day. Let's check the calendar for next week, and let's make myself a little tiny. All right, so for next week, what do we have? All right, so Monday, just PMI in the morning at 9:45. Some red folders on Tuesday, Jolts, ISM manufacturing. Wednesday, we have ADP non-farm, some red things, unemployment claims, and then Friday, oh, we got non-farm next week, so maybe it won't be too bad, but we've literally dropped quite aggressively today. So, as you can see, this is all of March. um, it's funny, when they say that you only need to make sure that your winners are bigger than your losers, and that is true. Because I mean, when you look at the winners, I got 922 in this one week, and then this is the week I kind of just had like a moment of insanity and grief, and I'm not the kind of person that's very good with emotions, so it tends to bottle up, and then when it spills over, it spills over. It's not cool. I don't like it. So then that happened. I took the week off, and then I came back, and then made that, and then two losses on the Friday, and then Monday I had one good, really juicy trade, and then closed out. Um, and then we'll go through all of this. Been rambling on for like 4 minutes, so let's get rid of this and nip into the actual trade ideas. So I'm gonna use this one screen. just for funsies. Let's see. So I had specced out an area on the 5 minutes. Um, excuse me. They're probably gonna go dig into it now, which is gonna irritate me, but that's all right. Um, because I'm trying to be continue with my discipline and not trade like outside of the time frames that I have specified. What does that mean? Keep drawing. Okay, so let's switch that out to a SIBI, sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. Thanks, ICT. Anyway, so let's drop down to 1 minute. So here's what I saw. I was like, this would be really nice. Oh, that's not the right fair value gap. Sorry about that. There's two actually. Let me clone that. This is what I was looking at. This one, not that one. So I was looking at the fact that they've been rejected from this like twice. And then we can drop to the 1 minute. So I was looking at that and I was like, oh, that looks good. I would love an entry from here. That's what I said to myself, right? Right here with this tiny, I don't know if you can even see it. Let's scroll in the deep right there. You see it? A little break right there. That's like, that'd be a great entry, you know? What did they do? They came right up to it and then dropped beautifully. So even if I didn't take that one, because, what if they wanted to blow past it? Whatever. Then my second entry was right here. And I'm like, come on, Shakira, why didn't we take any of these well thought out trades? Don't know. And then after that, I was second guessing everything. I should have taken this, dealt with all this bull crappy, and then I would have been able to write that down and gotten a decent amount. At least take this low, was at 192 approximately ticks. Can you imagine if I'd taken any of these that I'd set up for today? Instead, what did I take? I took this right here in the hopes that they would come down and take this low out just to catch a piece of the move, any part of the move. I don't care, whatever. And I got stopped off about $90. So, yay. So that was today. The morning, I honestly, I'm wondering what I could have done to have gotten in on any of this. Like, even down like the 30 seconds in the morning, it's just dropping. I need to figure out a way to get in on this action. I need to. It's crazy. So none of this, short of just YOLOing into it, made a ton of sense to me. To get in on, honestly. And I don't know, was there something on the 15 second that would have been helpful? I don't know. I don't trade the 15 seconds, but I'm just curious. Mm, okay. It's not my trading model, so I wouldn't have been able to get in on any of that action. Anyway, so couldn't do anything this morning. So let's do the replay, the replay button and, pick the date. And let's just backtrack real quick. So if I'm picking Friday, select, it should nip us over to Thursday. Perfect. All right. So let's see what we were doing on Thursday. Now, you know what messed me up yesterday? So I took a loss in the morning, not 10:15. So let's get past all of this here. So I took a loss in the morning. If I'm being honest with you, was really on my charts. It was really busy. I had like this guy, I had another thing, and another thing was blocking the price action. And here's the one thing. Um, I took the loss. right here. I was waiting for it to close below Fair Valley Gap, and it sort of did, but I was premature and I still clicked the button and damn, stopped out immediately. I did make that back, obviously, with like 40 bucks, so, negated the loss. That was nice. But here's the thing that really irritated me. So in the morning, meaning that this is why I try to keep my charts clean. And whenever I don't do that, then you can't see the plays clearly because that's what happened with this. Because here's a situation that would have worked, that would have suited me beautifully. We've swept all of this out, beautiful. And then we've come up here and closed with bodies, nice. I would have taken this long right here and up to taking these equal highs out right there. That's what I would have gone for. But because I couldn't see it, because I was like, hold up, hold up. I was like, what? So just a quick reminder to myself, don't make the chart that you're trading on too busy. You can make the other charts, like the trading view chart, like that, but not the one you're trading on. So that messed me up for that trade. As for the second trade I took, um, after the loss, I came back in the PM and I waited for a sweep of the highs in the PM. And similar scenario, uh, to that 225. So let's take a look. Yeah, so right in here, 225, yeah, right here. So I took the short there and they weren't showing me any follow through. Because when let's bring this over, let's zoom in. So they did do a sweep. I swept all of this right here, tapped into this, and then dropped. You know what's funny? Is that a similar scenario as the one? Not quite, but they tapped this little order block and then dropped. So I took the short here, almost got stopped out, and then it dropped. And I was hoping for them to run to take out these lows, and take those lows out. I mean, they did it, just not when I wanted them to do it. I'm like, come on, man. So what did they want to do? They wanted to clear this out instead. This is like at 3:30, and then 3:45 is when they decided to like drop like a stone. Now, I wouldn't have traded any of this because all of this would have taken out my baby stock, all of it. So I'm happy to have cleared my small loss and made tiny bits. So the trading this week has been really weird, except for Monday. Still working through my fears. So let's move on to Wednesday's trade. Now, what happened on Wednesday? Similar situation. Yeah, I had a few trade ideas. The short was at 2 in the afternoon. So let's find 2 p.m. Around 2:05, something like that. Yeah, so we were rolling down, and that's not it. Let's see, 155. Yeah, so took it around here, and it dropped a little bit. I moved my stop like $20 in, and then it stopped me up and went back up. So that wasn't like the best setup, honestly. I was hoping for them to run down the liquidity, but they did not. Now, there was a trade idea here that because they took out these guys and I set my limit order, but they never came back to give me a chance. I literally was like this. I was like this. I just wanted that. I would have taken that quite happily. And they never came back and gave me any kind of entry. And I don't take these single candles down, even if that would have worked. And I probably should have, right? Tap that and try, you know, at least be above there. We've shown some weakness. That might have been okay. Taking it down to those lows. Yeah, and been all right. I guess that was the only thing. But honestly, like that space to the right when the candle's forming, it's a terrifying space, if I'm being honest with you. Still working out my feelings about it. But yeah, I set my order up here, and I don't know, was there a better place to make the entry for this? Let's find out. Let's see, Thursday. We're looking at Wednesday. Oh, let's go back. 'Cause I sometimes wonder if like the 5 minutes had like the right of it, at some point. Because I was looking at this, order block right there. And again, I don't know, could my stop have, yeah, yeah. Because I was looking at that order block. I was like, should I take it right there? And I should have, obviously. I should have. Right there. And then I could have taken it. Yeah. 5 minute. And that would have been, because then it would have tipped up in there and then I could have set it right after, something like that. Let's see what that would have looked like. Because then I could have, yeah, yeah, something like that. But I didn't. But it is a beautiful learning experience. I'm growing a lot more confident, but I'm still dealing with that fear. So that clicking of the button when you're supposed to take the train, win or lose. So that's a couple times this week that I haven't taken the trade that I was supposed to, and it was in very ideal um, areas. So still working on that. All right, so let's dip over to Monday, where I had that beautiful trade in the morning. It was just clean. It made perfect sense. And I was just very, very happy with it. Sorry. 1 second. Okay. And for the first time in a very long time, I literally was like, if it comes back down to this particular entry, I will take it. So I left my entry right here. And my desire was for it to run up to take out the highs. So let's see that. So what I ended up doing, because once it starts like tipping over the 500, I could have locked that in. And then, so I was literally when I got tagged in here, because look, right, we had a nice little sweep. If I had felt comfortable, I could have taken it here. I didn't. This is around the time I don't really take trades at this time, but I was waiting, right? I was waiting to see if they would come back right here. And I like when they're like aligned with the order block, which it is perfectly. So I tapped it and then just started to run. So I was trading. So I got out about here. So I got about the 960 something. before I got stopped out. I actually set my stop to what I thought was over 1,000, but it wasn't. So, missed it by a hair. But this was one where I just left the order on where I wanted it and then just waited to see if it was going to work. Now that's the attitude that I'm trying to perpetrate. You know what I'm saying? Like continuously. And I think the high that I was looking for to take out off to the left there, but um it was a nice space that was actually, so I got nine something, so it was like double that, honestly, when it finally hit it. Yeah. So if I just sat in that trade, like I had that specked out, but I was like, I'm happy to get about half of that move, because I need to get comfortable with seeing green and green and green and being okay with that because I'm super sick and tired of seeing red all the time. I mean, we saw red a lot last year, but, seeing bigger numbers on the winning side is making me feel a lot more comfortable, confident, and then I think that will also help me in the long run too. So still working on dealing with that fear. It's a everyday struggle, especially when I'm waiting all day to take a trade, and you know, and then something finally shows up, and you're like hesitant, like, come on now, it's what you're looking for. You got your sweep. You got what you're looking for. Just take it and be happy. And today I had that opportunity and I didn't. So I took it really late, but I did get a little something, something. So green is green. Anyway, um, so that's it for me for this week. There's one more day left in March on the Monday. So we'll see how Monday goes. I don't know if I'll trade the morning session, not unless it's like super clear again. Um, I mean, we've had like an insane drop today. The only thing we haven't taken is the low lows from on the daily. So if I so the final area I'm looking for them to take out is this. So 19,344.75, whatever that low is. 19,345.75, yeah. So I thought they might take it today. I mean, look at that candle. If we thought this was just a relief to give people a chance to go short. Been trying to go short this whole week, but it's been a lot of insane movement, and I love that there's tons of movement. It means I can reach for more TPYs, which is awesome. Anyway, I hope everybody's having a wonderful week. I'm personally happy. Being green on a month is epic. From my logs on a monthly perspective, monthly returns, like so Monday I was red, 499.03 down. February 896, fell 40 down, and March 406.70 up. So I'm going to slowly see if I can continue making that positive, not continue, or not if. I'm going to continue making that positive movement towards being in the black and starting to actually like make some money on this account. Anyway, happy Friday. You guys have an awesome, awesome, awesome weekend. And that's me. Shakira.